Go, multiply, produce, fill the world and subdue it. Genesis 2:28. Article 18, Article 31 of the Ugandan Constitution. Every person over the age of 18 years have a right to found a family. Great document. But today, people are going to the laboratories and making test tube babies. God was very wise that at the time of fertilization, out of the 20 million spermatozoa, they move through the fallopian tube towards the ovary. Only one is fertilized, producing a person or twins or triplets or quadruplets or quintuplets. But today, people are going to the laboratory, extracting the sperms, extracting the ovaries, putting them in a test tube, cleaning them, determining the sex of the child, determining the number of children we need, and inserting them back in two ways. One, into the woman. Two, into another woman. Is that what the Constitution and the Bible foresaw? Go, multiply, fill and produce the world. Surrogacy. We have surrogate. Surrogate is a situation where a woman may be weak or so rich to carry a baby. They do the laboratory fertilization and insert in the womb of another woman, mostly maids. There are rich women these days paying maids 500,000 shillings to carry a womb for 9 months. Even in Parliament, most MPs are not carrying pregnancies, but you hear they have produced. They use their money and they force their maids or pay their maids little money to carry the womb for 9 months. You have seen people producing there, but you have never seen them pregnant. They are celebrating the birth of a child. Now, the philosophical and ethical issue that arises, my friend, is one. Don't we need a law to regulate this? Because as of now, it is being regulated by the Contract Act, a contract between a man and a woman, a contract between a man, a woman, and a maid. Don't we need a law which determines when IVF can be allowed, when surrogacy, a woman can be allowed to carry the child of another? Don't we need a law that states the rights of the child? Because this child would have some hormones of the woman that carried the child for 9 months. Don't we need a law to regulate the medical practitioners? Because there are some doctors who insert their own sperm because someone is well off and they can keep their children. Don't we need a law that protects that maid who is being paid 500,000 to carry a womb for 9 months? Don't we need a law to protect the child being born out of surrogacy? This debate has to begin because our leaders are doing it. If it is right, why don't you do it publicly? You just do it informally and then you come and say you have delivered. If it is right, why don't you do it publicly? That means something is not adding up. You will have a Melinda tasting like a Pepsi. You have a child who is behaving totally different from both parents. We need a law. That is one ethical issue. The second ethical issue, if you bring the sperms and ovules, ovaries into a lab, over 20 million will be fertilized. Now the debate is, when does life begin? Life, from a religious perspective, begins from fertilization. So you fertilize 20 million in a lab and then you go and throw them. Isn't that abortion? These are ethical issues. Go, multiply, produce, fill the world, but we have situations. The same way courts of law have moved to create laws on DNA, we need laws to regulate artificial insemination. We need laws to regulate IVF. My role is just to provoke. My role is to provoke thoughts They have been doing it. They are doing it. They are paying maids peanuts. They are not carrying pregnancies. They are using their monies. They are doing it illegally. So the debate has to begin. When can we legally allow IVF? When can we legally allow surrogacy? But these people, you see, who claim that they are produced recently, wapi, they never carried the pregnancy. So let's have a law to regulate it. Happy New Year. Greetings from Hon.Dr. Odonga.